Hi friends, welcome to today's session. Thank you all for your responses on yesterday. And our yesterday's quiz question was Mozambique channel is between Mozambique and which country? It is Madagascar. And guys, I request you all to subscribe to our channel if you are not yet subscribed to it and enable the bell icon near to that so that you won't miss any updates. So let's start our today's session. First question for the day. Which among the following is are possible benefits of merger of banks? Statement 1. Small banks can gear up to international standards. And statement 2. It saves of considerable time in clearing and reconciliation of accounts. And statement 3. It can diversify risk management. So select the correct answer using the codes given below. Option A 1 and 2 only. Option B 2 and 3 only. Option C 1 and 3 only. And option D 1, 2 and 3. So the correct answer here is option D 1, 2 and 3. All the statements are correct. The finance minister has recently announced the biggest consolidation plan of public sector banks, merging 10 of them into just 4. And you can see here in the table the list of the merged banks. Now the total number of PSBs after consolidation has come down to 12. It was 27 in 2017. And in 2018, government announced the merger of Vijaya Bank and Dina Bank into Bank of Baroda to create the country's third largest lender. In 2019, government announced 4 major mergers of public sector banks, bringing down the total number to 12 from 27. Let's now see what are the advantages of mergers. As we all know, bad loans or NPAs are one of the biggest problems of our banking system. And by merging comparatively weaker banks with the stronger banks, the government has made effort to make sure that weaker bank is not erased from the market because of the bad loans or NPAs. That is the first advantage. And the second one is by merging the banks, the legal cost and other ancillary costs will comparatively come down. Why? Because it is seen that the same borrower has taken loan from a number of banks. So every year, banks spend huge amount in the recovery of the bank loans. So by bringing down such costs down, banks can save significantly. And diversifying risk management is another advantage. By merging banks, the banks will become bigger and better. It will be catering a large segment of customers as compared to its current position. So the merged bank will have the better business portfolio, asset quality, improved market capitalization, risk appetite, and risk management strategies. So there will be less chances that banks will fail. Another advantage is post-merger, the public banks will be in a better position to face competition from the private players in the market. And the next is operational cost of banks also come down significantly. That is the clearing and reconciliation of accounts, account of treasury operations, audits, control, technology management, all will help banks to bring down the overheads down. And another advantage is greater international presence of the bank. Even after so many years, Indian banks have failed to have a global presence. There are several reasons for the same, including the size of balance sheet, inadequacy in the operations, not meeting the international banking standards, etc. Post-merger, not only the banks will be having a global presence, but also will be able to be a prime part of international banking system. In the pre-merger era, RBI had to manage a comparatively large number of banks, thus making it a hard task. Now with comparatively fewer banks to manage, RBI will be able to implement the banking standards followed by the developed economies and thus bringing Indian banks in line with the banks having an international presence. Currently, the State Bank of India is in the list of top 50 banks globally. So that are the few benefits. There are disadvantages also. This is actually a main topic, a topic with wide dimensions. So please study in detail. It is a hot topic for this year. We will now move to our second question. Maricars, a group of people recently seen in the news, is a option A, tribal group in Northeast India. Option B, craftsmen from Andhra Pradesh. Option C, people of Arab descent migrated to India from Tunisia. And option D, particularly vulnerable tribal group settled in Bastar. So the correct answer here is Maricars are people of Arab descent migrated to India from Tunisia. So it is option C. Guys, there are two theories regarding origin of Maricars. By some accounts, they were Arab origin and had migrated from Tunisia to India in present-day Calicut district of Kerala. And by some other accounts, the Maricars were descendants of an affluent businessman from the Cochin kingdom who migrated later to Calicut. So that are the two theories of origin of Maricars. And the Maricars were mostly Muslims, but in some parts they have been found to be Hindus as well. And the importance of this community is the rulers of erstwhile kingdom of Kozhikode, that is Calicut, were called Samorins. And when faced with invading Portuguese ships, the Samorin reached out to Maricars to defend the coast. Calicut is in Malabar coast of Kerala. So they were led in succession by four Maricars, chief admirals, who were appointed by the Samorins with the title of Kunyali, and they are regarded as the first naval force of India. Their strategy was similar to guerrilla warfare. The Portuguese had massive ships which could not make an easy entry into the coast of Calicut. The Maricars used small ships which could easily surround the Portuguese ship and enables the fighters to attack at will. And in the span of 100 years, the exploits of the Maricars are said to have improved the naval fleet of Calicut as well as other kingdoms stretching from Saurashtra to Ceylon along the Indian coast. And war technologies and ammunition greatly improved as well as by the Maricars. And in honor of the Maricars, Indian Naval Air Station located at Kolaba in Mumbai was named as INS Kunyali, and now it is renamed as INS Shikra. A movie is coming up in Malayalam regarding the history of Maricars. Some controversy is going on as someone filed a petition in Kerala High Court alleging that the movie is distorting the history. The movie is not yet released, so that controversy is going on. So that is it. Now moving to the last question for the day. Gender Social Norms Index, recently seen in the news, is released by which among the following? Option A, World Economic Forum. Option B, UNDP. Option C, UNICEF. Option D, Amnesty International. So the correct answer here is, it is released by UNDP, so it is option B. The United Nations Development Program has released the Gender Social Norms Index recently. It is the first time that UNDP is releasing such an index. The index measures how social beliefs obstruct gender equality in areas like politics, work and education. It is a very important index related with Indian context. It contains data from 75 countries covering over 80% of the world's population. It is saying that only 24% of parliamentary seats worldwide are held by women, and there are only 10 female heads of government out of a possible 193 countries. So about 50% of world's men and women feel that men make better political leaders. Do you think so? I am just curious to know about your opinion on this. So if you could comment your opinion on this below, it would be great. State your reasons also on men or women who make better political leaders. And guys, our today's quiz question is that there is one Beijing Declaration 1995. This year marks the 25th anniversary of Beijing Declaration. So Beijing Declaration is related with what? That is our quiz question. Please post your answers in the comment section, guys. That's all for today. Please post your scores in the comment section as well. We'll see tomorrow. Thank you for watching.